at the end of the day, the better man won. And I felt nothing but pride. And I held my head up high and said, you know what? It was worth it. It was all awesome. And I conceded that, yeah. And we were told that we had to come better the next day. So I even dug deeper than I've ever dug before for the finals. And we took made a sacrifice that, you know what, I could say that right now, I might just regret a little bit. And you know what, the better man won, and I conceded to that, and I'm like, yeah, I shook his hand and I hugged him.
What's up guys, and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. Let's start this video with an update of the 2023 Arnold Classic champion and currently top 3 in the world, Samson Dauda. So first of all, my hats off to him for accepting his defeat with an open heart and congratulating Hadi Choopan not just once but multiple times. Not only just on the stage but on the social media as well.
I absolutely loved every moment of it. It was one of the most epic moments I've ever had on stage, going head to head with Mr. Olympian and battling out with him. And I felt nothing but pride and joy.
Because let's just be real, if either of these guys were not there in the show, this could have been a very one-sided show. And I have to say there would not have been any real hype, especially after Andrew jagged and Nexilla also pulled out of the show. So massive respect for Samson Dauda. The way he was humble in defeat, that is how it should be. There was Hadi Choopan and then there was Samson Dauda. And then there was third place Rafael Brandao. And I have said this before, I don't think Rafael Brandao is there just yet, that he can actually beat Samson. He can go toe-to-toe with him, that is for sure. But still, Samson still is on a different level. I mean, the guy is top 3 in the world. He was second at this year's Arnold. And there were some really great takeaways from this contest.
Absolutely amazing, and you're a warrior. And this for me is what bodybuilding is about. It's two warriors on stage with every single one of us fighting to bring our best. To try to bring our best at that point. And at the end of the day, regardless of win, lose, or draw, if you know you've given your all, you shake the other man's hand and you say, well done. Now, that is one thing, to do that and feel that way and feel that respect for each other on stage and that respect for what the sport we done on stage. But it's another thing to come off stage and then have nothing but disrespect, you know, given to you and your family for what? For sport? For this? To have my family disrespected, to have me disrespected so badly for not winning when I gave everything.
We all have heard multiple times that the judges have told him he needs better back. That wasn't the main criticism this time, because I feel like he did brought up his back. He just needs to close that conditioning gap between him and Hadi Choopan. Which we all know isn't gonna be easy, and Samson himself also knows that. Because Hadi's conditioning is just on a different level. And that is why he kept on saying this, that he has absolutely no regrets losing to a champ like Hadi. So after watching all of Samson's recent stories, and I have been following Samson's prep ever since he came onto the scene, I have to say I have never seen the man this depressed.
Remember after the Olympia, I came out and I said, we have to make this sport better. We have to respect each other. We have to be more understanding of each other. And it feels like that completely fell on deaf ears. We sacrifice a lot to do this sport. We sacrifice a lot of our health and our body and our family's privacy and peace to do this. But to come out and be disrespected so badly by people that have no right to do so, and to humiliate us and my family because of the joys of what you felt is just and you felt is your opinion. It's nothing but utter disrespect, and you should be ashamed of yourself for doing that. Now, with that said, it's not cool. It's not on. It's not cool. It's one thing doing the critique. Oh man, he came at his best, but he just...
And unfortunately, the continuous competing and the stress of pushing his body beyond the limits in order to be the best, his health has taken a beating. And this is why Samson is going through a full medical checkup. So until the results of those checkups are out, his attendance at this upcoming Arnold Classic UK isn't confirmed.
I have to take myself to the hospital to get checked out because, I don't know, my body is just... I'm trying to push through, I'm trying to train, I'm trying to get through it, but my body is just failing at this point. And honestly, I just don't know what else I could do. So given what happens to me in the next few days, after we get checked out in the hospital, and what happens and the results of that, it will determine if I will be doing the Arnold Classic UK next week. And I have to wait and see how that result comes back, and if I'll be able to proceed and carry on pushing my body to the limit that it is. So, I'm really hoping that's not the case. I'm really hoping I can somehow carry this on and keep fighting, because that's all I've ever done all my life, is keep fighting against all odds. But when my health is starting to fail,
and although it is a bit disappointing, but I have to say that is the right call. Health above everything. All of us fans want Samson Dauda to stay healthy and continue to compete at the highest level for a long time. And if that requires taking a break from competing and giving his body the much needed rest, then that is what he should do. And please do send some love to the Nigerian Lion. The man has been continuously promoting the sport of bodybuilding like it is supposed to be done. And let's just hope that he is fully healthy. And let's just hope that we get to see him again in 10 days at the Arnold Classic UK. So let's take a look how Antoine is looking a few days after placing 7th at the Arnold Classic Ohio. So definitely not the placing he was looking for, because their expectations was top 3 or top 4. But I have to say, with Philpon down there, that was kinda unrealistic. But here is the good news for Antoine. Any of these guys with John De La Rosa, James Hollingshead, Akeem Williams, they can flip-flop at the Arnold Classic UK, depending on who nails it on the show day. They were really damn close at this show. So Antoine in these updates is looking so hard and full, especially in his chest and the shoulders area. And if we take a look at his comparison with Rafael Brandao, when he stood next to him in the second call-out, his legs were as good as Brandao, if not better actually. They were definitely better than John's, but he lacked the muscularity in the upper half. But surprisingly, Antoine's waist in the front double looked so good next to Brandao, who is like the most aesthetic guy in the current circuit of bodybuilding. So I felt like that the back is where Antoine is lacking the most muscle in comparison to these guys, especially in the upper half. But still very excited to see what version of Antoine shows up for this next show in 10 days time, because the third place is definitely up for grabs. James Hollingshead and Milos also brought their best on the stage this year, but they are still looking to fine-tune things and be better at the Arnold Classic UK. So James posted this video and with Branch Wallen in it at the end of it. That indicated that it was taken like 3 or 4 days before the show, because we saw these guys training together before the Arnold Classic Ohio. So this is the look that James wants to bring to the stage. Now, will that be possible? I have to say that is going to be extremely hard, but definitely possible. And the reason I'm saying that is because some bodybuilders go through their entire bodybuilding career trying to nail their peak, and look how they looked like 3 or 4 days out of the show in the gym, fully pumped up on the stage. That look is always the best. So here is something that both James and Milos needs to reconsider. From the prejudging to the finals, he wasn't able to improve, especially as per the scorecards. In fact, he went from 4th place, yes, he was tied in the 4th place with John De La Rosa after the prejudging, to 6th place behind Akeem Williams, because Akeem Williams, as we saw, improved a ton from the prejudging to the finals. But still, that is extremely valuable data and information. They can work on it and really turn things around the next time they step on stage, which is going to be at the Arnold Classic UK in 10 days. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you want to come back for more. Thanks for watching.